Point number 4 is luck. Now, you've had a lot of motivational speakers speaking here, and they would stand up and say to you that luck is the exact point between preparation and execution, and they're talking cuck because luck is luck, okay? And why is that? Because when Argentina's name got drawn out of the hat to play against France, that's not between preparation and execution, that's luck. And when that happened, France get knocked out of the World Cup. Why? Because they don't want to play Argentina. Why? Because there's 27 Argentinian players playing in the French clubs. There are 27 Argentinian players get coached by the same coaches as those players. There are 27 Argentinian players that speak French. There are 27 Argentinian players that understand everything about that French player because he plays with him in his club. So, Murphy's Law, they end up winning the opening game. France then have to play New Zealand. Which team do New Zealand hate playing at World Cups? France. So, that's luck. But the story I want to share with you about luck is you guys go to conferences and you guys have team building and you guys have things where you want your group or your company to become stronger. We were in Marseille. We've been together for about 5-6 weeks at the World Cup. We've been together for 2-3 weeks pre-season. We've been in a camp in Durban. We've been on a tour to Scotland. We've basically been living together for about 12 weeks. And we were in Marseille, this hotel, which the All Blacks had stayed in. And it was a hotel that looks down onto the south of France. And the sea crashes on the rocks, and you can open up all your curtains. And it's an unbelievable hotel to stay in. It's almost like one of those sort of hotels where you go away on holiday. And we had to play against Fiji on the Sunday. And on the Saturday, I went with a friend of mine, Eddie, to go and watch Australia play England. In fact, it's the first time I've ever shouted for Australia. And we got back to the hotel, and I said to Eddie, what do you think we should do? Should we watch the All Black French game together? Or do you think we should, watch it on our own? And he said, ask John. So I said, Smitty, listen, boy, what do you want to do? Do you want to watch it together, or do you want to watch it on your own in your own rooms? And John said to me, Coach, listen, it's going to be ugly. He said, the All Blacks are going to trounce France. He says, it's going to be like a black cloud coming over this game. He said, if you have guys like Francois and Ruan and those youngsters watching it, listening to all the guys hype the All Blacks up, maybe it's not quite the message you want to send them. I think we must rather go to our rooms and watch it, and if it gets ugly, they can switch it off. So I said, okay, fine. So I called the players, said, right, go to your rooms, this is what we're going to do. Please don't have a late night, we play Fiji tomorrow. I want you to be in bed, I want you to sit up, and if the game's over, then I want you guys to go to bed. And anyway, we went to our rooms, and as I said, these hotels, all the rooms look down on the sea. It's like a bit like a cabanas. Open up your curtains, you can hear the sea. And I was lying on my bed watching the game on my own, unlike what you read in the papers. And while I was watching this game, it was obviously very quiet, and then the game, obviously you all remember what happened. McAllister got sent off and France came back, and this noise in this hotel started getting louder and louder. Anyway, at one point it sounded like New Year's Day. I thought, gee, something's happening in this hotel. And I went to my balcony and I looked out, and here were all the senior players. They all joined each other in different rooms, and they were basically split out between about 2 or 3 rooms. And the juniors were inside the room commentating to them, because the seniors couldn't bear to watch anymore. So they were saying to Ruan and Francois, what's happening, what's happening? And these 2 youngsters and Ricky January had to now comment to them, one in Afrikaans and obviously one in English. So they had to now commentate to them. Anyway, the point I was making is that you all know what happened. France won and New Zealand got out of the World Cup. And it was pandemonium in this hotel. It was almost like we had won the World Cup, haven't even played the quarterfinals yet. And why I'm telling you that is luck, because we had an opportunity between 9 and 11 o'clock on a Saturday night before a game to get almost like a team building session paid for by the All Blacks. Because we couldn't speak French, we couldn't understand television, we were in this lovely hotel, stuck down by the water. I mean, the point I'm making is you would have had to pay a premium to take a group of players away to get them to understand what they were experiencing. Now, I ask you, if that had happened while we were warming up, if that happened while we were playing, if that happened while we were on a train somewhere, if that had happened the day before, if it happened the day after, I can tell you now, the luck aspect of that, having that team session together wouldn't have been the same. So, I think again, the fourth point is that luck played a massive part in the fact that we ended up getting success as well. And in business, you need a bit of luck.